Hey guys, Jonathan here for Just My Tech, and in today's video, I'm going to ask a question. Is 32 gigabytes enough internal storage for a phone in 2017? Okay, so let's get down to it. Is 32 gigabytes enough internal storage for a phone in 2017? Now, this is going to be exclusively to Android phones. iOS is kind of a different beast. It's a different OS entirely. We'll kind of touch on that near the end. So, let's ask the question. Is 32 gigabytes enough internal storage? I asked myself that question because I was looking to upgrade from my S7 Edge, which had 32 gigabytes of internal storage. And the two phones that I was going to get were going to be the LG G6 and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now let's go over what I liked about both of these phones. Now with the LG G6, you got a dual camera setup that lets you do wide angle shots, regular angle shots, and you can still record in quad HD. The beauty of it is that this was a beautiful design. It finally got rid of the flaws that it had with the LG G5. And it added a lot of additional features, as well as changing the screen size from 16 by 9 to an 18 by 5.9, and giving us this 18 by 5.9, which is a 2 by 2 if you want to get specific. So those were great things. I mean, it brought a glass back with the aluminum design, really well made, and it still kept the flat glass on the front, which depends on if you like the edges on Samsung phones or LG. It was a beautiful phone overall, and I really was a loyalist with Samsung and willing to jump to LG for this phone. So those are the main factors of why I like the phone. Now moving forward, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, the phone I was also considering. With the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, you had single camera setup, which kind of still bothered me in 2017 to have a single camera setup. It has 64 gigabytes of internal storage, which is nice. It does have that awkward fingerprint. It has that awkward fingerprint sensor right next to the camera. You do have the infinity display, which also takes advantage of the 18 by 5.9 aspect ratio, the 2 by 2, and it barely has any bezels. It goes on for days. Very little bezels at all. You do have roughly about the same battery as the Note 7 if you get the S8 Plus. If you get the S8 proper, you do have a battery equivalent to the LG G6. Now, with both of the respective phones, they both have their UI skins. LG has its skin, as well as Samsung having its multiples of a TouchWiz / Grace UX. They both have toned them down, and comparably, they both have a nice setup. It's not too overbloated. Now, out of the two phones, you have to ask yourself, which one would I go for? Now, being that I use my phone for YouTube videos, the LG G6 was the main contender in this race. But I had to go with the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, why not the LG G6? Well, if I was strictly going off the camera alone, I would go with the LG G6. But I have to use this phone on a daily basis. And with the 64 gigabytes of internal storage, it was a must. Given that apps nowadays are continually growing in size and requiring a lot more system resources, I just had to go with the 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Even though I do like Samsung, LG did have the better camera setup. It also came down to the fact that Android in itself is a little more top heavy than say an iOS. iOS, yeah, they should have went to 32 gigabytes a long time ago and are just catching up, but the OS itself is pretty light. It doesn't require a lot of storage space. Now, being with Android, it does require more, and they are working on that, but until they do, 32 gigabytes was just not enough. I went through that with the S7 Edge, where I continuously had to sideload a lot of my apps to my SD card. And expandable storage, as great as it is, it does not resolve that issue. Now 64 gigabytes, I don't tend to run into that. And for the most part, out of the 64 gigabytes of internal storage, I still have 31 to 32 gigabytes of internal storage freely. So in my opinion, 32 gigabytes is not enough internal storage for an Android phone in 2017 and moving forward for that case. So 64 gigabytes has to be the must, especially given that people create content on their phone, they consume content on their phone, and we're only getting hungrier with our data. And we're going to want to store everything on our phones. It's equivalent to a personal computer back in the day, or a laptop. So, in my opinion, 32 gigabytes is not enough storage. Now, if you guys like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. You can subscribe right here. And if you like my videos, check out some more of the videos right here. As always, I'm Jonathan Her for Just My Tech, and I'll catch you in the next.